Modern dating as we know it has died, and I doubt it will ever return. Before the pandemic, most men and women followed the standard dating format of going out on a date, where the man would have to spend his time, money, and energy trying to impress the woman so that they could have physical attachment in the bedroom. The dating paradigm is dying out, and you can count on it. Based on people's social interactions and the state of the economy, a new system will emerge to replace it. Especially now that inflation is making it such that even basic essentials like electricity and gas are going out of reach, women are growing increasingly anxious for financial support. The standard dating strategy of going out to restaurants and bars is becoming outdated. These instances will be anecdotal, but they carry a lot of weight and can point us in the right path. I want you to observe that the Millennial and Gen Z generations have been heavily targeted for commercial exploitation in recent years, especially in the wake of the epidemic. Notice the increase in the number of lone fans. Just take a look at all the Instagram photos of beautiful ladies being flown to Dubai by affluent men. The popularity of cam girl sites and other online communities catering to younger women looking for sugar daddies is on the increase. These events are occurring while I type the script. As a result, it is more accepted in modern culture, to the point that women in Seattle are selling peace leave on the street, in full daylight, just to make ends meet. The proof is there for everyone to see whether they spend any amount of time on sugar daddy sites, OnlyFans, or Instagram. However, most of you don't want to face the facts because you'd rather go through life with blinders on and act as if anything with which you disagree just doesn't exist. If we don't change course, this will be our future. Go ahead and play morality cop if you feel so inclined. People of younger generations have no qualms about partaking in such pursuits. In return for a little sum of money, I'm simply here to report on what's happening. I'm not trying to persuade someone to do anything they feel is immoral if they don't feel comfortable doing it. I believe that the current style of dating will eventually transform into something new. I think it will have something to do with women selling themselves, like in unethical monogamous relationships on the internet, given that ethically monogamous is a relatively new phrase. But in any case, I brought up morally non-monogamous partnerships because it seems to be the trend in the dating scene right now. A young woman of new generation has a partner of around the same age, but they are unable to afford their shared monthly costs of living. In order to earn a few extra bucks, the girl signs up for a sugar daddy website in the hopes of being slapped out by a sugar daddy, with her boyfriend's blessing to contribute to the couple's living costs. This is likely to be the format of the future of dating, and we have a promising future ahead of us. Because of the prevalence of free agents and wealthy older men, many young men will be pressured to accept the idea that their women are commodities to be bought and sold in a practice that will be dubbed ethically monogamous or polyamorous by us old fogies. Unfortunately for these guys, their women will eventually have to break it wide open for hundreds, if not thousands, of men across the world to witness. Since she earns more money than he does, some lovers feel compelled to join in the public humiliation by blowing her back out on camera and obeying her instructions. Sometimes it gets old seeing the guy beat up on the female over and over again. Women, in contrast to those who are supported, will require assistance during difficult times. For women, I think the new norm in dating and relationships is to be an outspoken concubine. It's well knowledge that at least 80% of women want to date the top 20% of men. You just have to open your eyes. Consider the cases of Andrew Tate and Dan Arian. Both men are quite wealthy and attractive, so I can't imagine either of them being with just one lady. 80% of guys who have no chance of gaining their particular ladies may still break that horrible net if they abandon morals and have a small bit of money. Then you wouldn't have to bother asking out ladies or spending your hard-earned cash on typical date activities like supper and a movie. Instead of actively seeking for women, any available male may just sign up for a sugar daddy site and create a profile. For a sum of money that ranges from few hundred to several thousand, depending on the kind of women you want and her accompanying footwear, You might have whatever you desire. That evil can be broken by you. Money, time, energy, and attention are all valid forms of payment, but I would rather have the former because it is readily replaceable. Let's ask today's young adults what it is they want. We hear from a lady who claims she is married, but still on the hunt for something greater. I really feel bad for you married fellas.